Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The folks around the stadium clad in silver and black played an Oakland count. They're ready to go as their Raiders get set to match up with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
3rd and inches, they just hand it to the big battering ram there. That's football 101, isn't it? That's bread and butter. Turn around and hand it to the big fella and let him get forward for a first down.
Mike, ready? 190. Mike, 5-4. Man, that's trash.
Now Gordon on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Max Crosby just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Rivers going deep here for Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
This is taken at the 18. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. It's Williams on the catch. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
From the gun, Walker. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Watch the shit. Check nickel.
Back to throw. Walker. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. 2nd year in Oakland for Waller after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinators saying, you know, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. So now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. They will run it. It's McKissick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Chargers' 19-yard line.
Mike, 49. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Here we go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw is Walker. From the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the rookie from Clemson, Trayvon Mullen. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now Walker throwing on first down. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
It's just me and you. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
2nd and 2. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll run with McKissick. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chargers' 22-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Target, 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 target.
Now a first carry for Daniel Pumphrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Let's go now.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Raiders 3, Chargers nothing.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Get him. Come on. Motion backfield. Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Here's Walker operating from the gun. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, and put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Hey, 79! 79!
The first down throw here for Rivers. Open man is Cantrell. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Stay there! Stay there! Set 180! 54! Coming! I'm coming! Wait, 89!
From the red zone now, Rivers. And almost intercepted.
Where you
It would have
going
been
with
his
Rivers?
second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the
Where you
interception on
going?
last
That's
drive. but fell
touchdown,
incomplete.
man. Like, come on. You got a 90 fucking full. Accuracy, sharp and medium. What are we doing right now?
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Rip left!
To throw again. Rivers. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Well, going over some notes in the pregame and looking at Phillip Rivers' record against Oakland, 18-8 all-time against them. And those 18 wins, more than he's had against any other team. And unless these two squads, unlikely, but unless they would meet up in the playoffs, this is the last time that Phillip Rivers will face the Oakland Raiders. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Watch the pass!
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard
Come
line.
on, like, come on, fucking O-line. Give me something, man. Like, fuck.
And now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
Like, fuck,
it just
give me
never
something, man.
materialized.
Give me something, man. Like, god damn.
This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Throwing Rivers. Feeling the pressure here and taken down.
I'll take that.
Back at the 7. That's Crosby. His 2nd sack of the night.
I'm glad he didn't throw that.
Third
I was
and goal,
about
they
to.
decided to throw
I'll take
for it,
that.
but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Bentley
take
able
that.
to punch this one through.
I take them 3 instead of a
The
7.
Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with
give me
Badger.
something,
I
man.
would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember,
Should've
he
been
had 5
7.
field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. Watch out.
From the 29, Walker. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Walker now from the gun on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted.
This is pissing me off. Like, come on, fucking Rivers. Get out of here.
Incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers. Throwing left side. It's complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
90. 90.
Rivers now from the 50. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And, oh, my goodness, what a catch at the 6.
Fuck out of here, man.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you have to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go. 6 yards. Clock 49. Out there. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Walker. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Raiders on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Patch it. Patch it. Jack!
Operating from the gun. Walker. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
Here we go. Here we go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. Now they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us,
I went too early.
I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
Too fucking early.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Alpha! Mike, 53. Mike.
To throw again. Rivers. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 42.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rivers going down the middle, and it's complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It'll be intercepted.
That's what I get. That's what I get. That's what I fucking get.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a swing.
Man, that's what I get. That's what I get for forcing it.
Goes in the cup.
I'm fucking mad because I should just take down the knee.
On this drive, didn't it? Instead,
Fuck, I'm mad. I'm fucking mad now. Because Rivers can't get that in, huh?
Walker on first down. And he's going to find
can't get that in, huh? Get out of here.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and it's a 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he fires a strike to his big target, Demaryius Thomas.
Should at least get
and
fucking
he's
3 on
brought
that.
down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Won't happen.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Fuck, man, I'm mad. I gave that away. I gave those points away. Gave those fucking points away. Should at least get this fucking 3. It works.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Walker. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it's going to be second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. 49.
To throw is Walker. Going to throw again. Airing this one out for Fitzgerald. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Here we go.
Now Walker from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Here's Walker. A final shot before break. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A carry now for McKissick. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
I put my fucking play too fucking quick.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Walker now. Off play action. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Uchenna Nwosu in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Here now, Johnny Townsend as he's on to punt for Oakland. Now Benjamin. And call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Delta.
Rivers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Set. Round 80. White 89.
On first down, it's Gordon.
Give me something. God damn it, man.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Give me
They've got to
fucking
feel fortunate
something.
about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout.
Like,
It's just their
fuck,
first, so
like,
2
come
remaining.
on, there's
as they
nobody on
burn
the
one
defensive
here
line.
in
They
this
just
third quarter.
come on, dog.
Set. Black 11. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Do. Orange ball 4. Ahead.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Dylan Cantrell, his first touchdown on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Walker. That's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Walker operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returning, it's Benjamin. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's
kind
good
of run
scouting
support.
and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Check 48 to Mike.
On 2nd and 12, Rivers. Over the middle, complete. It's Ford. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
No fucking run support. God
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a
crazy.
2nd and 11.
God damn. Oh my goodness, I can't even. I can't get nothing done on the ground game. It's like,
Set 180. Block 15. Hey. Look for one. It's got to be on. Hey, exit. It's got to be on.
From the gun, Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Did they get a possession catch that?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Alpha.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The product of Jersey City, Tahir Whitehead on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, sometimes the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Catch made, it's Moreau. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check 37.
Off the play fake. Walker eluding the pressure right. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. A young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
No.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
And the Chargers first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Gordon, a Pro Bowler for the 2nd time last season, 885 yards, 10 touchdowns, and that was only in 12 games played a season ago. And he also switched jersey numbers in the offseason from 28 to 25, and 25, that's the number he wore when he was dominating the Big Ten college gridiron for the Badgers of Wisconsin. They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Should have been 7.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
Fellas, like, God
and it
damn.
goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
This is crazy. Give me something. Something.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Operating from the gun. Rivers for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Phillip Rivers with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me. Check, 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 check. Let's go. Come on. All day, punt. Mike 49. Mike 49.
To throw is Walker. To throw again. Thomas has got it. Complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Now Walker off the play fake. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Back to throw. Walker. His throw incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's Walker throwing on 3rd and long. Going up top. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Tillery, and the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Victory 90, black 15. Block 54, block 54. Switch up, switch up.
They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Maurice Hurst coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. 2nd and 5. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Walker throwing on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
49 to Mike. I got you.
Looking to throw. Walker. Flush to his, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. To throw is Walker. Throwing on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Kneel down here from Rivers, and that should be it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for our visitors, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.